Hello and welcome back to Fire Project Gaming on YouTube. So this video will once again replace a previous video with no recording, no voice recording. So this video will discuss whether or not 5-star character constellations are worth it or even required or necessary. So long story short, no, they are not required for any 5-star character in the game. But will they help your 5-star character build? Yes, they will. Will they make your 5-star character better in terms of gameplay or mechanics wise or power or damage or support? Yes. In a nutshell, yes. Okay. Are they required though? No. And where should you draw the line? Okay. So I wanted to discuss my 5-star characters in this case and just sharing my experience only. Okay. So I started after the Venti banner. I missed it actually. I started at the end of 1.0 and started basically from the Klee banner 1.1 onward. So my first 5-star character was actually Jean. I got her from the Noel free banner wish, and then with those free early wishes that you get from being a new player, I had enough to wish on the Klee banner, and I got her right away too. So those are my first two 5-star characters. And then since then, of course, as you can see on the screen, I did get Venti on his rerun banner when he came back, etc. So I want to go through these characters and I want to make sure that this video is concise and to the point and shorter than the previous version of this. And that video will be deleted after this. So basically, for Zhang Li, he is essentially the best support character in the whole game. I didn't even use him much when I first got him the first time around. I actually didn't like him. And actually, then that was before for those of you who have been around the game long enough, you'll know that there was some drama there. He was buffed later. Geo was also buffed, etc. So on his rerun, that's where these three constellations came from. And the funny thing is, I wasn't even going for his constellations. I was polling for, I think it was Yanfei or whoever it was, the new 4-star that came at the time that was attached to his banner. I was polling for them, and then I ended up getting 3 of them. And I think some of them came in short succession. I didn't have to go too heavy or too deep, and then I ended up getting C6 for that character. I think it was Yanfei, I believe me. I think, yeah. I know for a fact I wasn't polling for his constellation specifically. I might have done it for the first one because I was near pity, because I was like, oh, I might as well pull on this banner. But then the remaining ones, for sure, I wasn't specifically going for. Now, I'm not going to go into too much detail about each specific constellation per character because that would make the video really long. I would then probably do a future discussion per character later in future videos. So this video is to summarize all, okay? So then Ryden, of course, she's the current new flavor of the month. Literally, Kokumi will be coming very soon. For Ryden, she is one of my only exception cases, where on her original current banner, first banner, I went ahead and went ham on her banner. I wanted to get her constellations because I like her as a character. I've basically fallen in love with using her. I think she's super cool, and I just went and decided to get her up to C3. And actually I was lucky and I did get her to C1, and then I realized, well, C1 is very supportive. It doesn't really do much for her in terms of damage, so you might as well go for C2. So I went for the C2, and then after that, I'm like, well, since I'm one step away, I might as well get the C3. So long story short, you can see my polling videos for her as well on my channel. Please note those videos will not have audio voiceover because my mic settings were not working at that time. So, but my polling video will still be on my channel. Thank you. Kazuha, when he first came out, it was questionable whether he would be good, but I was going to poll for him regardless, so I was always going to poll for him. But I did not go for his C1, and for the majority of my 5-star characters, I did not go for their C1 on their original banner, okay? And unless I really, really feel that it's necessary. The other reason for Ryden Shogun is because she's an Archon after all, so there is some longevity to her there. With other 5-stars, they can come and go, really. So I didn't bother, and anytime that there's a cooldown constellation, I try to avoid it. However, you do need to get through his C1 to get to his C2, which makes him and your team much stronger. I didn't do this, as you can see, so obviously my Kazuha is not as strong as other people's. That's okay, I don't regret it. Again, it's better to be cautious than whatever, and so I just left it at that. I'm okay with that. If he was to come back on a rerun, would I pull for him? It depends on the 4-star that is paired with him, if there's a new one. So we will see, and plus his rerun will not be happening until probably way next year, 2022. Yoimiya. Similarly, again, caution, I did not poll for her C1. C1 does increase her I believe it's related to her ult here, and her ult is not even used that much. Like, her ult is not even part of her main kit. Her main thing is normal damage, so there's no need to. And of course, more damage as you go further down the line. But again, was it necessary? No. I did not get Venti on his original run. I got him on his rerun, and I was stupid. I will tell you that right now. I actually went and got him for C1 because I was dumb, and I didn't really know because I didn't have Venti beforehand. I didn't know that his C1 is useless. I can tell you that right now. Yes, you get a little bit of extra damage, but it's useless. You get 2 extra arrows in a horizontal line. It's pointless. I was dumb, and I thought that his 3 extra arrows would be similar to Ganyu, where she has the Frost Flake burst. I was dumb. However, now that I did already go through that not good, let's say, C1, I have opened the channel or the doorway to C2, which makes him a little bit better with some Animo Shred for his E. And then, of course, can then go towards his ult to get 3 more levels here. So that could be something to open up my door for. However, I do want to say, although he is an Archon and he is OP and he is currently very useful still in the Abyss for grouping up the characters now after they nerfed some of those samurais as well as I will say he will still be a forever character, and I wouldn't mind investing in him. But also at the same time, I don't use him in any other purpose now. So there's that too. Keep that in mind. Do not go overly too deep into certain characters if you don't plan to use them that much afterward, or if you don't even know if you'll be using them anymore, because there's always going to be new characters coming out. And now with, for example, Kazuha, he has like a combination of different animal, characters, his skills and such. So, they're just going to keep doing that, where some new characters are just going to either power creep or include or infuse elements from other characters that exist already. So keep that in mind. So I'm not sure that I would be even guaranteed to like pull on his banner again unless he's paired with a 4-star that I really want, right? And then if I get him, then great, for other future, because it could only make him better. Oops. So then for Jean, again, she was my first 5-star character. I did not pull specifically for her, and I want to make this clear as a caveat here. All standard banner characters, where you can lose the 50-50 for, getting their constellation is just getting their constellation as a constellation prize, okay? So it's not like I'm going to pull on the standard banner just for them, so keep that in mind. I've obviously lost the 50-50 and or gotten some of them from the standard banner, because eventually you accumulate enough wishes on the standard banner through the Paimon shop every month, etc., that you'll eventually get pity against. So that's what happened. So I got 4 of her. So Ganyu, I do not have her at C1, but I know that her C1 is very useful, and C2 is kind of mediocre, but it's useful too, of course, and C3 helps her ult. So I'm not one of those players that will focus on C6ing characters, so that's not going to happen, but I would go as far as maybe C3 for some cases. But right now, I am not, I have no constellations for her, and at the time I wasn't sure that I wanted to use her. I still am not sure. I don't even like using bow characters and claymore users specifically because they are more clunky. However, for her, I do enjoy her gameplay, charge attacks. So for her, I will be willing to go for C1 for her whenever her rerun banner drops, whenever that happens, okay? Will I be willing to go deeper? Maybe, we'll see. Child, so on his original banner, I was able to get him on C1 actually already, I think. I think I got him on C1. Originally, and that was back then on his original first run. That was again a quick succession, so I was lucky. C2 was during his rerun, and where he was paired with Rosaria, and I was going for her. So I was able to get him C2, and I lost the 50-50 I think a few times, so I did not get him C3. I wanted that actually, but it didn't happen, and my Rosaria was C6, so I stopped there. Hu Tao, I again got her C1, again within quick succession, on her original banner, waiting for our rerun. If she comes out with a rerun, I wouldn't mind pulling on her because I do enjoy her gameplay and I like her as a character overall. So that's that. I will be willing to. Klee, on her original banner, I got her really early, and I got her for the free wishes that you get from a new player. Got her C0, and then on her rerun at the Midsummer Island Adventure, I got her C1, and I got her really quickly. It was just like those single wishes, and I just got her, and I was like, whoa, okay, why not? I'll take it. Okay, would I go for her C2? Yes, I would, because it would give a defense shred, and her C3 would also help her Jumpty Dumpty, her E as well. So I love this character because I think she's super cute, and I just love her, and the fact that they made a whole like patch just about her was just super cute. Will they do another rerun for her again? Probably not anytime soon, and I'm not gonna fret over it, so that's fine. Okay, Ayaka. I did not get her at C1 because this is another cooldown type of constellation, and also it's a 50% chance. Whenever there's a 50% chance, it's still good, but then like it's not necessary. I didn't go for this one either, where she gets 2 more frost flakes. I didn't bother, because in order to get this one, you have to go through C1, and I wasn't willing to. And I don't mind it because my Ayaka does pretty good damage already at C0. I did get her the Mistsplitter reforged, right? You know, I did level up her talents to 9 for I think 2 out of 3 of them. So yeah, I mean, all characters in this game can be built. I mean, Enviosity built a whole channel on just the free to play account character. So I mean, you can beat he 36 stars the Abyss. I can't even do that, seriously. So and yeah, that's just what it is, right? I'm not that hardcore, so it is what it is. Okay, again, Mona is one of the standard ones, so when you lose 50-50 or get it from the standard banner, you'll get her, so I'm not going to focus on that. Chi-Chi is the same thing. I recently lost a 50-50. Check it out on my polling for Ryden Shogun, so I got her to C3. Funny thing is, she's coming back in style for the new current Abyss that has been reset recently, because healing is a thing, but I did not even need to use my Chi-Chi recently. I completed the Abyss. I did not get 36 stars. I got 34 only. I will probably try to replay to try to get those last 2. But I did not stream that. I just did that yesterday. And then I didn't even need my Chi-Chi. I did use other healers, that's why. Okay, Albedo. Albedo, by far, is one of the cheapest 5 stars that you can do because he just needs defense main stat, which is great because you can just give him those artifacts. And any ones that rolled onto substats with a lot of defense, you just give them to him. You don't need any of his constellations at all. If he comes back on a rerun, depending on who he's paired with, I may end up getting a few constellations of his just to get those C4, C6 for those 4-star characters. However, I wouldn't go for his constellation specifically. Xiao. I don't like using this character. That's just me, okay? Please don't hate me. He is very strong. I just don't like using him because he always dies whenever I use him because he drains his HP with his ult, etc. And I find him clunky with the jumping up and all that, okay? I did not, because of that reason, during the test trial dungeon, I did not like it, so I didn't bother. So if he comes back on a rerun, would I go for it? No. If he's paired with a 4-star that I'm trying to C6, sure, I might get some of his constellations through that reason, but I wouldn't go for it specifically. Eula, love this character to death. I got her C1 on it, and I was lucky again. I was able to get it pretty much within right away. Yeah, I don't remember all my wishes obviously, and this is before I became a streamer. But yeah, I would be happy to go for her C2. It reduces her cooldown because it will be on the pathway to getting her C3 to make her ult stronger. But is her C2 necessary? No, it's not. So I would be happy to stop as well. She will not be rerun until next year anyway because she is fairly new, but she is very strong. Kacheng is another standard banner character, so no need to really discuss that. She had her one-off banner herself. However, I don't think they're going to be doing that again because it was one of the poorly received banners. Also, again, you'll just end up picking up her constellations if you lose 50-50 or if you just get it from the standard banner. Diluc, same thing. He was my final standard banner 5-star character that I never got until very recently. Basically, I think a patch or 2 ago. And then I companionship level 10'd him. And then I just lost a 50-50 and got a Diluc C1 here. So for Ryden, I think. So check that out. But yeah, I don't even use this character anymore. I have his Wolf Gravestone since from the beginning of the game. Never even leveled it up until like late game. Gave it to him. It is what it is. So that's just me. I don't like Claymore users because I find them clunky, but I do like Eula because she's fast in her gameplay and her ult makes her more special. He is actually a really good character and really strong, no hate, but I just, because at that point I already had all the other characters. I had already had Eula before him, you know what I mean? So realistically, I already kind of lost interest already, so yeah. Aloy, I did another video on her, check her out. She has no constellation, so nothing to talk about. And that pretty much is it. Traveler, you get his constellations for free from doing the quest, etc., for his different versions and iterations. Although he is a 5-star character, he is not equivalent to a 5-star character. He's pretty much a 4-star character. Yeah, so enough said, but he is there. So that is my thing in my review of my account in a nutshell in terms of constellations for 5-star characters. If you like this content, feel free to subscribe to my channel, hit the like, and hit the notification bell for newer content, and feel free to leave some comments as well. In addition, just to sum it up here in the last few seconds here, again, do not pull for constellations on any banner. Do not feel obligated to. You can still beat the game with free-to-play characters, with 4-star characters, with the national team, for example. You do not need 5-star characters. You do not need their constellations. Do this, of course, please take your financial health and your financial means into consideration when doing this. This is just a game, so just make that clear, okay? So I'm only a recently new streamer, so I do this for my own enjoyment, but I also, I am someone who lives a fire lifestyle, etc. I have disposable income for this game, and I'm willing to spend some here and there. So that's where I'm at there. If you have any questions, feel free to let me know, and we'll see you in the next one. And feel free to check out my other videos. Thank you.